Bobby has been one of the easiest people that I've ever worked with. Truly a team player in every sense of the word. Helpful, incredibly flexible. She's been an aid to any number of students that have had differing difficulties, whether it be academic, physical. She always has stepped in. As president of the service unit, her level head, her ability to work with all stakeholders is truly a gift that not everybody possesses. Connie, I appreciate your friendship and you as a colleague for all the years that I've worked with you. You are a special lady. Now we have to move on to the part with the Connieisms. I have several. However, I thought it was best that your son take care of this part.
I have been waiting for this moment for a long time.
Be kind.
No way. A little payback goes a long, long way here. Connie has been many things to many people over the years. Friend, coworker, confidant, and many others. I'm fortunate. I can not only call her a coworker, but mom. So forgive me, I'm going to struggle. I'm not going to call her Connie, I'm going to call her Mom. Mom started working in the school when I was in first grade. She was in kindergarten. Logically, as I progressed, so did she. For those of you who were there during that time, you'll remember two things about me. One, I was not a great student. And some of you were there. Two, there was no way I was ever going to fail and be in the same grade as my mother. My mother has always had this love-hate relationship with time. It started when I was younger, and she had to drive us to the bus stop. She has never been one to be on time. Don't get me wrong, she's always where she needs to be, just never early. We never made it to the bus stop on time. I can vividly remember chasing the bus down, getting out to sprint, usually at Hyper's house, sprinting back to the car, and then the bus drove off, and we followed to the next stop. I secretly believe the bus driver got a kick out of this woman flashing her headlights and chasing the bus. Later in life, I recall the blizzard of 1993. My sister and I went to bed with visions of snow days in our head. Not my mother. She woke us up, got us dressed, and out the door early. Drove us to school. Empty. Desolate. Vacant. Not a single car in the parking lot. My sister asked if my mother had listened to the radio. No, of course not. It may have been the only time we were on time. Life, however, is ironic. I graduated, went to college, came home. My mother never left high school. I believe it was last year she had health class. Health. That horrid class where you learn everything about alcohol, drugs, and the human body, including things you never wanted to know. Awkward does not even begin to explain the situation. As I'm describing in detail the human reproductive parts, and my mother's taking notes. My only thought was, please God, don't ask awkward questions. We all go into education because we enjoy sharing knowledge and working with children and watching them mature. My mom has worked for years with students with differing needs. Typically, she has those students with trouble focusing. She's really good with those. Of course she is. She's had a lot of practice. Patience, kindness, and caring are traits she's known for. She's also known to be slightly scattered. There are so many stories to tell. And at this point, it becomes a little interactive. Raise your hand if you have a Connie story that's funny. Yeah, that's what I think. No. We'll be here all day. To this day, I don't know why she shares them with us. It's like giving us ammunition for a day like today. My favorites are the one where she locks herself out of the house, climbs through a window, and it's not always the first floor window. And sometimes it's not even her house, as Mr. Finger pointed. We first bought our house and she locked the door and went outside and left a hamburger on the stove. She walked to the neighbor's house, calmly called us. I had to leave where I was supposed to be to bring a house key home to her. Then there was the driving range incident where she forgot to put the bucket under the ball dispenser. Golf balls bounce really high on concrete, and you can't catch them all in an apron yelling, ooh, ooh, ooh. Or when my father was sanding the new pine floor and my mother was vacuuming, except that the vacuum wasn't plugged in. And you couldn't hear it over the sanding. So it's pretty neat for me to be here. Thank you for her years of service. And those of you who work with her, so remember her with fondness, good memories. But I like to thank her for being a rock when life is turbulent and I need to hang on. For an ear when I need someone to listen. For being a shoulder when I need support. And for being able to pick up the pieces and glue them together when I'm shattered. For being a mom, a teacher, a coach, and a coworker. So Mom, remember this. Life is not about the people you know or the places you've been, but rather the influence you have on the people you meet and the places you've been. And Mom, you've been an influence on the students, the school, and with me. May you enjoy your retirement and your family. You deserve it.